Welcome to our series, Moving America Forward. Each week we'll be focusing on America's entrepreneurs as they take us to new roads, new opportunities, new ways to fill the gaps left by today's failing companies. Our series will be looking at that and a lot more. So come with me and watch as the entrepreneurs of our nation move into the future.
And I'm Doug Llewellyn here in our studios in Los Angeles with our guest today, who is the head of a company called thebigrigmattress.com. And it's headquartered in Dalton, Georgia. I'd like you to meet him right now. This is the inventor of the Big Rig mattress. His name is Brian Mattress. Brian, welcome. Nice to have you with us today.
It's great to be here.
I mean, you have an amazing story. I think folks are going to be fascinated when they hear exactly what you do. But before we begin, a little while ago you had a chance to answer some questions from William Shatner. So let's take a quick look at a portion of that right now and see how it went. Okay?
Sounds great.
Watch this.
You are certainly in an interesting business, but take a moment to describe to me exactly what you do and who you do it for and how it helps move America forward.
Mr. Shatner, many Americans live life on the road, trucking our goods and products across the country. Their sleep situation is often poor, sleeping on inferior mattresses, which often contribute to chronic back and joint pain as well as fatigue. We have created the Big Rig mattress made right here in America, designed specifically for the trucking industry. These mattresses are truly changing the way people sleep, enabling them to finally find comfort and rest on the road. And that, Mr. Shatner, is how we are helping move America forward.
You know, that's really pretty amazing what you were telling, William. I want to point out you have a really big background in the trucking industry as well as the mattress industry. Give me a sense of what it is like, because you're talking about mattresses, what it's like for sleeping in a truck. What's the situation typically like? Most people have no idea.
Well, I mean, these guys live in their trucks over the road day in and day out for years and years. There's teams, the guys that some trucks move all the time. Some trucks are single drivers, and so one guy's drive and one guy drives and then he sleeps.
Right.
Other times you got two drivers. But I mean, these people live in their trucks. The issue that we found was that there's nobody really focused on what they're sleeping on. So they're sleeping on an inferior product, a mattress that just really doesn't give them proper back support and so forth.
Now we're talking the Big Rig, the 18-wheelers. And you know, most people don't realize that there is a mattress behind the driver. And yet sometimes you see these giant Big Rigs where if you know there's a mattress back there, you look, hey, there might be a king-size mattress in there. Some of them are that big, aren't they?
They're all different sizes. They range, we have standard sizes that we sell on our what we call our Ready Ship program that run from 28 inches wide, which is a very narrow mattress, obviously,
right.
Up to 48 inches wide, which is a pretty decent size. And then we also manufacture custom sizes that could be any size you wanted up to. We've made mattresses that are 5 feet wide and 8 feet long.
Well, let me ask you why you got into this business to begin. First off, I know for a while a number of years, over a decade, you worked with one of the big mattress giants, whose name everybody would know. That's
Right.
how you learned a little bit about the business, well, a whole lot about the business. Right.
That's where I learned about the business, and I became a big fan of the pocketed spring, which is a key component in our mattress, and it's where one of the secrets to how we make the mattress as effective as it is.
Now, a pocketed spring is also used in mattresses that most folks have in their homes, often, right?
It is. I mean, it's not a brand new technology. It's just it's best employed in an engineered system, and that's what we do. Is we employ it in a system where we get the most out of that pocketed spring.
Well, we have sitting here a sample of the kind of mattress that you make. This is what you make in your facility in Dalton, Georgia. I mean, this is a handsome mattress, but this is a really good high-end truck mattress.
It's a high-end anything mattress, but definitely for trucks, it is. We have many special features designed in here.
I think we have to show what it is that makes it so unique. Can we do that?
Absolutely.
First off, you have a single spring. What's the benefit of, where is that spring? Bring that spring up here.
This is the spring that's encapsulated in our pocket. This is the key component in the mattress that makes it a high-performance system.
You have a name for that. What did you call it?
It's a pocketed spring.
Pocketed spring. What does
that
mean?
This is out of the pocket, and we'll show the pocket in here in a minute. But this allows us to use a higher tensile wire which makes the mattress last longer,
Okay.
than say one of our competitors, which would be, they would use something like this. And you see this knot that's in this wire here.
Let's see if the camera can get a good look at it. Let me point it around here. All right. So you're talking about the knot that's actually right. If we can get a close-up shot of it, if you can zoom in, we'll see. But it's a wire that if, I mean, that could really hurt you.
Well, the issue with that knot is if you use too strong a wire, it'll break, and you wouldn't actually be able to make the spring.
Okay. All right.
So if you'll notice in this spring, in comparison, there's no knots. So I can use a much higher tensile wire, which makes the mattress last longer and perform at a higher.
And the other thing is it's independent. It's not wired together like these are.
That's right.
The big key.
As you'll see when we open up, we'll unzip this in a moment.
Okay.
As you can see, this spring, each one of them in that mattress is independent, so it can conform to your body shape.
Okay.
And the neat thing about pocketed springs is they'll do that as well 20 years after you first lay down on the mattress as they do the very first day you lie on the mattress. And that's the real key to why it's such a great
Let's open
value.
this up and show what makes this so unique.
Well, in all of our mattresses, and this is especially useful in the trucking industry, is it's a rough environment, dirty environment. I mean, the guys are out there and it's pouring down rain and they've got to take a trailer loose from their truck. They get in, they're dirty. Sometimes this is a nice piece of furniture basically for their semi.
Right.
And so what's going to happen is it's going to get dirty. There's no question. So they can take this thing off and completely remove the guts of the mattress.
Okay.
And so now this is what the actual pocketed spring unit looks like. And if you'll notice when you press down on this, each one of these springs works independently. So that allows it to conform to your body shape. That gives you the spinal support that you need.
Right.
And it also by doing that, it distributes your weight across the mattress more evenly, so you have less pressure on your joints.
And what else is interesting, you were explaining to me, you don't use very thick foam. I mean, you could have put 6 inches of foam on the top of this if you wanted to.
Exactly.
But that defeats the whole process here.
That's right. This is an engineered system, and what this wouldn't feel so great to lie down on it,
right?
Because you could feel the springs.
Right.
The performance, what we've asked for out of the foam is to prevent you from feeling the springs without preventing the springs from providing the back support that you need. And that's why even this little bit of foam that we've got a couple of inches here.
Right.
Some of that'll break down to some extent over time. It's foam, and all foam does. The difference is it'll continue, even if it breaks down like most foam does, it'll continue to perform the same function that it did to begin with, so you won't notice any degradation in performance of the mattress.
So that's great. So it's a much better sleep.
It's a great system, and like I say, it is an engineered system that allows you to get the most out of the components.
What's the big difference between most mattresses in trucks today and this? I mean, are most of them the old one we showed at the beginning?
Well, actually the one that we showed at the beginning would typically be considered the premium truck mattress.
Really?
Normally they would sell that as a premium truck mattress. The issue, the reason they don't sell these, most people don't sell these as premium, is they're expensive and difficult to make. So it would make the truck mattress more expensive. Most typical truck mattresses are just foam. And so, the big issue you get in the trucking market is that everything is about price, keep the price down. And that's what drives the quality of the foam and the other components down. And so what we set out, when we set out to design the Big Rig mattress, we set out to design a performance. We didn't go to a price point, we went to a performance point.
So when you make this, I mean, let me get back to the original stuff. Do the original manufacturers of the trucks, Freightliners and those other big names that everybody knows, do they provide mattresses in the trucks when they sell them, in the cab?
Generally they do. I mean, you can order one and ask them to leave that out, and they'll take off a little bit of money off the top.
But typically they're very, very cheap mattresses.
They're the most of the time, and I couldn't give you a percentage, but most of the time they're just really, really cheap stuff.
Right.
Yeah, just to say you got one in there.
So how many truckers are willing to fork out the money to buy a better mattress for their trucks?
Well, you know, the issue that a lot of these guys get into is that everybody tells them their mattress is the greatest thing, and it turns out it's just the same thing they bought the last time.
Right.
But drivers, they spend a lot of money trying to solve this problem. The issue they get into is this: they don't always get the straight shot. They don't get a performance product. They wind up with another product that was much like the one that came in the truck to begin with.
And in reality, these mattresses are being used a lot. They get a lot of wear, but if they get a better night's sleep, they'll be a much better driver in the long run, won't they?
Well, there's no question that if you have a better quality mattress, you have a tendency to sleep more soundly. You know, there's all kinds of research out there, and all your sleep researchers will tell you that a good mattress is an essential part of a good night's sleep. And that's not the only part, but it's the part that we are focused on. And it is a quality mattress makes a really big difference in how you rest.
And one of the other big things you're proud of, it's all American made, everything American made.
Absolutely. All of our raw materials are sourced here in the U.S., and then we manufacture the mattress in Dalton, Georgia.
You make different you could keep the same inner springs and get different covers if you need it. If they got dirty or, you know.
I dropped off of that a moment ago, but yeah, the zippered cover allows a driver to if he sets down on it with a screwdriver and tears it and he doesn't, or whatever he wants to, he can pull it off and buy a new cover or have it dry cleaned or whatever.
And you customize to any size really that's required for whatever that cab size is.
We have over 28. I think we have 28 right now on the website of quick ship mattresses that you can buy, and get shipped within 48 hours.
Well, as I say, it's
customs cost an extra $25, and they take a little longer because we have to work that in the production schedule.
Well, it's a great story. It's thebigrigmattress.com. That's how to find you and learn all about the sizes and specifications and the costs, right?
Absolutely.
Brian, thank you very much.
Thanks
great
for your
story.
Time. Appreciate it.
Interesting indeed. Now it's my honor to present this prestigious award to Brian Mathis, the inventor of the Big Rig Mattress, headquartered in Dalton, Georgia, for the outstanding work his firm is doing to help keep moving America forward. Brian, it's a real pleasure to give this to you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Doug. It's a great honor, and on behalf of all the team back in Dalton, we really appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
That's it for another edition of Moving America Forward. I'm Bert Tenzer. Join us again as we continue to bring you the entrepreneurs who move America forward.
I'm William Shatner, and for all of us at Moving America Forward, thanks for watching.